Boy, do we have some exciting news for Season 25 of Apex Legends, because more details have been uncovered about the changes coming next season, so let's break everything down. First of all, we now have confirmation that Arenas is coming back to Apex starting in Season 25, because on the Season 25 page on the Apex news site, if you scroll down from the Apex Prodigy season, at the very bottom it says, "Pay attention," with a picture of Ash from the trailer. Obviously, this is just the scene from the Anthem trailer where we can see Sparrow use his Recon ability. However, this reveals a lot more, and it confirms the return of Arenas. First of all, the quote, "pay attention," being said by Ash was actually a reference to the Apex Legends Season 9 trailer when Arenas was first introduced. It's this scene here.
Now pay attention. This is how the game is played.
So that in itself is already the devs teasing that Arenas is coming back. But also, if you actually just open the image of Ash, it literally says right here that the image is called Apex Seasons Page Lore Arena. It literally says Arenas right there. There is no more confirmation that you need to know that Arenas is coming back. Now, my speculation is that Arenas won't be returning as it used to. I think it will have a huge overhaul, completely reworked. You know, they'll probably give it some wacky new feature, but also I don't think it's going to be a permanent mode. I honestly think they're going to bring it as an LTM for the first half of the season or something like that to run it through a trial period. The way Apex has been recently, they really like to trial things out a long time before they add it, and they normally do this with LTMs, and then we'll see it introduced later down the line if it gets good reception. But anyone who's been waiting for Arenas, it's finally dropping in Season 25, 100% guaranteed. Arenas is coming, and I'm sure they'll do a bit of an announcement. They'll probably do like a secret announcement that will include this change. Now, I don't know what this means for Arenas badges. Obviously, Arena badges, I don't know if they'll be making brand new Arena badges. It will be awesome to see the 100 Arenas win streak badge added back to the game and allow people to go for that challenge, because that is a difficult challenge, probably the most difficult in the game. Now, when it comes to the new Legend Sparrow, we also got some updated information as Apex shared the lore page, which also revealed quite a few nice secrets about our brand new Legend Sparrow. First of all, confirming that he is a Recon class legend. Now, this was my assumption based on the abilities that we saw in the trailer anyway, but this is a good confirmation, so he will be benefiting from the Recon class perks. And if you did miss the abilities, I'll just quickly reference them. His tactical is a Recon dart that he fires out of his launcher on his left arm. This is an offhand ability that will just scan an area around where the dart hits. His ultimate is also this bow he uses on his left arm, and it seems to charge up like Vantage as he has multiple arrows on his back, and these can be activated to electrify a large area, so it's sort of an area denial arrow. As for his passive, I'm not sure whether we saw it. However, he does have a pet cat, Artemis, and since he's a Recon legend, there's a good chance that Artemis might help him scout out nearby enemies or something of the sort. But now we know his abilities, we had some updates for his lore, and we now know that his actual name is Enia Davide Guarino. And here in the lore page, it says Enia was born into the most widely respected bounty hunter clan in all the Outlands, the Clessidra Rossa. Now, for any of you wondering, Clessidra is an hourglass in Italian, and Rossa is red. And that's why you can see his design has a red hourglass logo on his outfit. Also, we can see the hourglass quite a lot during the trailer. You could see he fell into that red hourglass. So yes, his family are part of the bounty hunter clan, the Clessidra Rossa. These hunters serve as the most efficient law enforcement contractors, known for their unparalleled archery skills and their dogmatic moral code. They train their youth in the ways of the order, making even the teens more dangerous than many lawless assassins. From an early age, Enia showed an innate aptitude for the trade, far surpassing that of his peers. His skills and confidence are seen as a blessing and a curse to the group, because every trait that would make him a great potential leader is also seen as a liability by the old guard. Enia had been the clear successor of the head of the order, but he refused to see the world in such binary terms. As he grew older, his family felt increasingly concerned over his resistance to their views. Being raised by such a tightly wound group made him restless, often leading him to make reckless decisions. One particularly reckless action of Enia's created a rift his family could not see a way back from, and it became clear that Enia and his family would never see eye to eye on Clessidra Rossa's black and white approach to life. Unable to convince his family that some situations don't have an obvious right and wrong, Enia was shunned from his family and the Clessidra Rossa. So, that's what you can see in the trailer. you can see he has that vision of his family all dressed in these black and red cloaks. That is the Bounty Hunter clan, and it's likely a rich family. I mean, the work they do, I'm sure, pays well, being law enforcement contractors. But as Sparrow, being the younger generation, has different views, he's essentially been disowned by his family. But what led him to the game? Well, Ania was heartbroken about leaving his family, but he's determined to figure out how to have it all. A life on his own terms and his family's acceptance. While bounty hunting on his own to support himself, an unexpected bystander recruited him for the Apex games. This is Kuban Blisk. That's right, we saw it in the trailer. Kuban Blisk actually recruited this dude. And in his heart, Ania is hopeful that the publicity of his successors will be a path to gaining back the respect of his family. So he's playing in the games to try and be successful and earn the respect of his family. And honestly, it's a similar kind of story with a lot of the legends. For example, Octane and Lifeline, both being born into something and having major differences with their parents. So I think we are going to see some cool voice line interactions, especially between Sparrow and Octane. I think they have similar personalities. You know, they like to showboat. They're really skilled in what they do. And they both have complicated relationships with their family. And there's more similarities there because we see he's age 20 and his homeworld is Samathe, which is the planet that Olympus flies over, and it's also the birthplace of Lifeline and Octane. So that's some interesting concept for this legend, and I hope this lore develops further. We're not actually told what specifically he did that tore him away from his family. There's likely some kind of event that hopefully ties into some of the other lore. I'd love to see that. Now, moving on back to some more gameplay changes, we now know that the Bocek itself is going to be getting reworked, and the Bocek will be coming out of the care package. We'll be able to use it as ground loot again, but it's got completely reworked, and from the trailer, we know that you'll be able to attach grenades to the arrows and fire explosive arrows. I mean, we've seen in the past that the devs were definitely experimenting with some kind of explosive sort of crossbow that was in the game files at some point, and it looks like maybe that has just evolved into a rework for the Bocek. So we're not going to have another weapon with arrows, we're just going to have a better version of the Bocek that you'll be able to try out, especially while playing Sparrow. And the news page also revealed that there's going to be some ranked updates. Fresh rank updates give you the chance to show everyone that you're the best of the best. That's right, show everyone that you're the best. You know what this means, guys? It means brand new ranked rewards. Finally, the devs have talked about it on Reddit and in Q&As with creators, and it's finally time. It seems like we will be getting new ranked rewards in Apex Season 25. So finally something to grind for that's different from what we've had for the last several years. And speaking of rewards, we did get to see the logo for Season 25 on the Battlepass image. And we can see the bow and arrow, but you can also see that in the hourglass kind of shape, it also makes a snake. So I think a lot of the skins in this pass will have some kind of snake theming. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd put that there. And maybe also some time hourglassy theme skins as well. It's definitely going to be nice, fashionable designs, especially since we saw the skin for Sparrow is really classy. Anyway, that's everything we have for today. All of the changes that we have uncovered from all of the Apex news sources for Season 25. I don't know when the next trailer is. We should be getting a gameplay trailer at some point, but Apex hasn't teased it yet, so it might be a little while before we get that. So for now, that's everything we know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.